Hello and welcome to another one of these ADD videos. Today we're going to look at the concept of a binomial distribution. What is a binomial distribution? Well, if we have a number of repeated Bernoulli trials, what's a Bernoulli trial? Bernoulli trial is success or failure, 0 or 1. So 0 being fail, or 1 being a success. Whatever we're talking about. Could be probability of an A in your class, or it could be, the probability of getting free throws out of 10. It just depends what you're looking at. So usually there is a probability associated with it. The general formula is this. This is actually, I think most textbooks have K nowadays. So n choose K, which can also be written like this depending on your textbook, of P raised to the K, Q raised to the n minus K. And this gives you exact probabilities. So for 1 or for 2, so if you do the at most or few at least, then you're usually going to have to do a summation of a few x values, 1 plus 2, whatever it is. So what is this formula here? This is a formula for the number of ways you can arrange the group of n into k subgroups, or k members of your subgroup. And the formula for that is this. P is usually given, it's a probability of doing something, and then Q is 1 minus P. And what you'll do is you'll do, for probability of X equals a number, you'll have out of the total group that number here, and whatever the probability they gave you was, some decimal raised to the number, and then it'll be Q raised to the whatever number minus the subgroup is. If you wanted less than, you'd have to do summations, and I can show you that. What if you're given the table? The table is actually a cumulative distribution table. What does that mean to you? That means that when you look up 5, it's not just giving you the probability of looking up 5. It's giving you 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. Okay, so the way the table works is you'll need to know your probability, and then you'll need to know the number of people total in the group. And what you'll do is, once you find, this will be the one that chooses the table. This one will choose the column, and then the K value will choose the row. Alright, so make sure you check out the example video that has one of these worked out. But basically with the table, if you want less than, you just use the table value for less than. X is less than some K value. Use table value. And that's less than or equal to, sorry. If you want greater than, what you have to do is the complement rule, and you're going to do 1 minus probability of x is less than or equal to the number minus 1. Alright, so if this number here, for instance, was a 3, this one would be a 2. Complement rule. Look it up. Okay, so because these discrete values have nothing in between them, only probabilities assigned for their exact values of 2 and 3, but not 2.5, then we have to, when we use a complement rule, decrease by 1 value there. Alright? So again, what's the way you recognize these? You're always going to be asked, out of 7, what's the probability that there's, 2 trials or 2 successes or 2 A's, whatever we're talking about, 2 wins, or at least 2 wins, or at most. Don't let that throw you off. The main thing to look for is the group. We're going to have a larger group, and we're going to choose a subgroup. Subgroup. How many Bernoulli successes do we have within that subgroup? Alright, I hope that clarified how to do a binomial distribution. A couple other little random facts that you should know. If they ask you for the expectation, this is the mean or the average. These are all the same word. For a binomial, it's n times the probability. The variance would be n times the probability times the complement. And then, of course, the standard deviation is the square root of that. Alright, so average, variance, standard deviation. Alright, I hope that's clarified everything. Practice, practice, practice. Check out the example video. Thank you and have a nice day.